Welcome to the Lee Etzler Show, a weekly wrap-up and analysis of Churubusco High School Football.
Eagles, what is your profession? Out, out, out.
And now your host, Big Daddy Don Hyatt.
We want to welcome everyone to Lee Etzler Show. This week we'll be talking to the coach about the Eagles' 44-7 victory over the Central Noble Cougars, and also the upcoming game this coming Friday against Prairie Heights. We'll be right back after these messages.
Hey football fans, do you want to keep track of Churubusco High School football games? Log on to busconews.com every game day and watch up-to-the-minute pregame, halftime, and postgame interviews with head coach Lee Etzler. Stay connected with your computer or on your cell phone. busconews.com. When you can't make it to the game, it's the next best thing to being there.
Welcome back. We're here with Lee Etzler, Churubusco head coach. Coach, your kids came out Friday night ready to play again and really took it to the Cougars.
Well, I think we took a step in the right direction. Similar result to the first week. If you look at the score, there's some things we wanted to get better at, and I think, after watching the film and how the kids played Friday night, we took a few steps forward. Still not where we need to be, but hopefully we're heading in the right direction.
And just like last week, scoring the first offensive possession, Monk has quarterback keeper, runs 17 yards for the touchdown.
Yeah, I believe that's the first offensive play 2 weeks in a row, so I don't know if that's happened here, at least in a while, but we try to give it to one of our athletes, and called Monk's number first play of the game, and we didn't block it real well, but he improvised and got her in the end zone.
Then you come back next series after a 3-and-out against the with your defense, give the ball to Matheson. He takes off for 61 yards for a touchdown. Yeah, on whatever it was, third or fourth play of that series, it's a quick pitch. We like to go to that every once in a while, and we were fortunate to get a bunch of kids in front of him. And you give him too much room to run, then he's going to do some damage. On Matheson's second touchdown run, he got stuffed up the middle there, bounced it out the outside, got a little traffic out there, then he was gone right up the sideline.
Yeah, it was. We didn't block it extremely well, and I remember being on the sideline screaming at some of the offensive line because we didn't block it, and all of a sudden he kicks out right in front of me and runs down the sideline. So it just shows you. Some talent there that he can kind of make something out of nothing. He got stopped at the line of scrimmage. He's very strong, obviously, and very fast, and kept things going. Pulled out the stiff arm a few times. We've been getting on his case. He had some success last year throwing the stiff arm in front of people. So he pulled that out a few times Friday night, and we're gonna see that out of him from time to time, and it definitely helps our team out.
And your defense again looks out. I mean, you had Matheson and Monk led the defense again this week. Right from the get-go, Matheson takes off, gets tackled for loss, and gets quarterback sack, back-to-back plays on the opening drive.
Yeah, they did some things. Overall, it's pretty well fought defensive game for us. They did some things that we hadn't seen that we were real prepared for, but overall we played extremely well. They didn't get too many first downs. Maybe they had one first down going into the fourth quarter, so we did a pretty decent job. We're looking to get better up front on the defensive line. I think we took a couple steps forward in that area. So far so good, but we try to evaluate everything, and we tell the kids this based on, was your performance, was our performance good enough to win a championship? And we don't feel we're there yet, although we're getting better.
As far as quarterbacks against him, you still haven't had a pass complete against you. He was 0 for 2 this week. I remember one play where Josh Lefevre, he just gets right in there and he gets a hand right on the football, right out of the quarterback's hand. I mean, he's just all over him there.
Heads up play by him. You know, we did a pretty good. He was on a blitz in that particular play and did a pretty good job of keeping his eyes up and getting his hand in the face of the quarterback, so he batted the ball down. You know, I'm not sure. They only threw the ball twice, which is much fewer than I think they wanted to. We were getting a lot of pressure up front. Justin Turnbow at nose guard was really chewing up the center, and he was driving the center back into the backfield quite a few times. So I think they would have liked to have thrown the ball more than what they did. You know, we got to calm Coach Schmidt down. Coach Schmidt coaches the defensive backs, and he'll get off talking about you know, we haven't given up a reception yet. So it will happen. But so far so good with the defense.
Then he had Monk's run right there before halftime. He runs 42 yards, breaks free. I think he went down he goes down the central, over towards the Central Mobile sidelines then.
That's our waggle play, and we've been on our quarterbacks in years past about you know, that's a run-pass option. It's one thing for the team to defend all the receivers that we have the option to throw the ball in that play, but if we have a threat with the quarterback running the ball, which is what we want, it's another dimension that defenses have to worry about. So he's definitely shown some good things running the football, and on that play in particular, you know, he's another big, strong kid and can run pretty well. So you know, they got to be able to tackle him, and having the threat of him running on that particular play is difficult for defenses to defend.
Then on the ensuing kickoff, the guy, I guess, never really had the ball and bobbled around a bit. Lane Falk hits him, ball pops out. You guys get the ball back at the 9-yard line. You get a pass from Monk to Mathewson, 14-yarder, where Monk's getting dragged to the ground and hits Mathewson right over the middle.
Yeah, the fumble was opportunistic. We didn't do anything to cause that particular fumble. The kid kind of dropped the ball. We jumped on it. You know, another waggle play. It was the same play that Monk scored on his touchdown run. We missed a block. That's why there was somebody in his face. We missed a block. We missed an assignment. And I'm not sure it was a good decision for him to throw the ball. When you watch the film, you know, there was a defender right in front of Mathewson, but it got there, and it's another point of emphasis on that particular play is hitting the fullback in the flat. You know, when you think about things, you try to do things offensively that are difficult for you to defend defensively, and vice versa. The fullback in the flat on that particular play, they have to defend it with an inside linebacker a lot of times. An inside linebacker has a lot of things he's worried about. He's got his run reads and making sure he's secure in his gap, and then all of a sudden you put a running back running full speed into the flat. That's difficult to cover. And I think 3 of 4 of Mathewson's touchdown catches were on our waggle play. So we've stressed it, you know, early in the season that we need to run the ball from waggle, and we need to throw the ball to the fullback and waggle, and done a pretty good job of that so far this year with, you know, some touchdown passes and some touchdown runs out of that play.
Then you come out of halftime with your 38-0 lead. You guys go right down the field again. I mean, just chewing up yards, 15, 12, 11. I mean, just chunks of yards each play. And Favor punches one in from 15 yards out.
We thought we could run jet sweep a lot, and I think on that particular drive, you know, I don't know how many plays we had, 4 or 5 plays, but 3 or 4 of them were jet sweep, and we thought they were kind of giving that to us. And well, in the second half, we wanted to get to some of that and get some other kids carrying the ball, and we did that, and they were free to run for a little while. So our kids did a pretty good job blocking it. It's a play so far we have not run as much as we have in the past. You know, I think last year we ran jet sweep 9.5 times a game, and we're not up to that yet. But it's a play we need to run successfully, and it's a play when teams look to defend us, they have to figure out, before they figure out anything else, well, how are they going to defend that play? So we need to threaten with it. We haven't run it a bunch so far the first 2 games, but on that particular drive coming right out of halftime, I don't remember the exact number, but it was at least three out of a 4 or 5 play drive that we went down the field with and punched her in.
Next series, you come back, you got Monk in a quarterback, hands off to Zollman, goes to Central Noble sidelines, finds nothing there and turns around and comes back. And then Monk plays a heck of a hit on that number 40 from Central Noble.
Yeah, that's not exactly how we designed the play. You know, thank goodness Alex Zollman is extremely fast. We didn't do a good job of getting out in front of him there at the point of attack. You know, we're not going to practice running all the way across the field again to make sure we can do that again. But heads up play by Monk, and also you know, you throw big hits like that, it's demoralizing for the other team, and you know, it was fun to watch at least.
Fourth quarter, there was only Central Noble had possession. They had 11 play possession. They went down. They got a score, and then you got the ball back, and Kilgore, your freshman quarterback, come in and directed your team right down to the 3-yard line. You've got to be proud of that.
Yeah, you know, what was good about that drive, we had some young guys having some success on the varsity field. We got quite a few kids, different kids carrying the ball on that last drive. Kane Johnson had a 28, 29-yard run. Braden Shively had a good run in there. Cody Conwell. So we had quite a few kids had the opportunity to carry the ball and have success doing it. You know, that's extremely a rewarding experience for them. You know, doing it against varsity competition and doing it on Friday night. So it was good to see that drive. You know, sometimes you come to that point of the game and it's time to start subbing, and a lot of times when you sub guys in, well, they don't have much of a chance to compete, and they're each time they do it, especially early, they're extremely nervous. And you know, second week where young kids got some playing time, and you get more secure with what you're doing, you have more confidence in what you're doing, and that's only going to pay good dividends for us in the future. So it was good to see us moving the ball, especially with a bunch of young kids.
Let's look ahead to next Friday night against Prairie Heights.
They're you know, recent years they've been a struggling program, and you look at the first couple of weeks and it looks a lot the same if you know, if you're just watching scores in newspapers. You know, we made the comment to the kids today, this is probably the most athletic that we can remember them being. You know, they struggle sometimes up front with what they're doing, but they have some good athleticism. I think more athleticism than what we see in the first couple of weeks. They offensively, they're kind of a no-huddle team. You know, throw the ball around quite a bit, shotgun every play. They'll run from the quarterback position. They'll throw the ball downfield. They can threaten a lot of different areas on defense. Up front on the offensive line, they're extremely tight splits, which it's a different look for us. Everything's pretty compacted. Penetration and things like that up front are going to be a little more difficult.
Hey football fans, do you want to keep track of Churubusco High School football games? Log on to busconews.com every game day and watch up-to-the-minute pregame, halftime, and postgame interviews with head coach Lee Etzler. Stay connected with your computer or on your cell phone. busconews.com. When you can't make it to the game, it's the next best thing to being there.
I'd like to thank Lee for being here, for taking time out of his schedule to come talk with us every week. And I'd like to remind you all to stay tuned on Thursday nights at 7:30 to the Lee Etzler Show. I'm Don Hyatt. We'll see you next time.
This has been the Lee Etzler Show, brought to you every Thursday night at 7:30 by busconews.com.